My name is Bob Vryhof, and I'm standing here at the Nehemiah Center in Managua, Nicaragua. This is where we have our office in Nicaragua, and it's a great blessing to be with you because I have good news. God is blessing our work, and God is blessing our family all throughout the region. He has blessed the seeds that we've planted over these last 5, 10, 15 years in this part of the world, and we are just seeing the beginning of what is happening. And it's also encouraging because we're seeing some interesting trends and predictions coming out of global think tanks and all of these groups that work on those difficult problems that run parallel to our work. They give us hope that there's some trends we can take advantage of. We see predictions like what recently came out of the Economist Intelligence Unit, that they're forecasting that the middle class in the largest cities throughout the region will double in size in the next 13 years, so by the year 2030. That's a huge change, a massive change. Never before seen or expected in this region. But, at the same time, we've still seen major problems where we have the highest, the highest income inequality in the world in this part of the world. We've also got a continued big movement of people into the cities from the rural countryside. Central America, you still have lots of a tendency to migrate north out of the countries. All of this is economically driven. People, yes, clearly there's an issue of violence and security tied into that, but the underlying factors are economic in those areas. We still have other things, certain places where just horrible things stick out. I read in that same report that of the urban population in Haiti, they consider that 75% of the urban population lives in what's considered a slum. 75%. That's a terrible thing. But we look at this as something that spurs us on. That we have a unique response that's bearing good fruit and meeting people's needs right where they are and building on what God has given His body all over the world. So, as we look at our network here, we're working in 7 different countries across the region through 30 different partnerships that serve thousands of business people of all shapes and sizes. And yes, we make training, mentoring, access to capital and advocacy in the context of a network, all of those things we make available to those business people, and they are important. But the essence of what we do and what we're seeing is so much deeper and more important than that. It's not about going and doing and creating this or doing that or saving someone. God truly made each person for a unique purpose, and He equipped them for that purpose, no matter where they live in the world. And what we're learning is it really just boils down to connecting people, to removing certain obstacles, and together building really innovative, really creative, and sometimes very audacious responses to the challenges that people face in these communities, to make sure that all parts of the body, when I say the body of Christ, have the opportunity to flourish. In the last part of 2016 in Haiti, horrible hurricane blew through. Wiped out a bunch of communities all in southwestern Haiti. Heartbreaking, unexpected, and heartbreaking. And we have 3 cities where we have a heavy presence in that part of the country. And what we learned was a huge portion of our network is heavily affected there. But in Haiti, we have a presence in 10 different cities, 10 partnerships in 10 different cities. And what happened? The whole entire Haitian network, the people in the 7 cities that were unaffected, and our brothers and sisters from North America, the U.S. and Canada, they all stood up and rallied around those 3 cities. Our brothers and sisters that were in those cities, what were their short-term immediate needs, and then what is their vision as leaders in their community for rebuilding, restoring, and building something new in their own communities going forward. And the response was incredible. Not only were the immediate short-term needs met and led by Haitian leadership, not only what was lost and broken rebuilt, but now the opportunities that we're seeing for impact going forward are far beyond what any of us ever dreamed of. New relationships with farming and grower networks, new relationships with faith-based lending institutions. It's absolutely amazing, and we see this on an individual level too. At that same meeting I was mentioning earlier on in this talk up in northwestern Nicaragua. And there was one of the business ladies around the table. The first time I met her was about 5 years ago. And she had a tiny little business. And I have to confess, when she talked about what her business was and how big it was and her big dream for it, I had a hard time believing in her vision. But I am so thankful that her vision didn't depend on me. Because today, 5 years later, she's gone from 2 products to 52 products, to a place where she had no market secured at all, where if she had $5 left at the end of the day, they celebrated and said, well, we got to make a choice. Either we go out to dinner and walk home with all this stuff from the selling at the fair, or we put it all on the bus and we go home and we see if there's something to eat there, to now looking at building their own processing plant, laboratory outside of the home, having four full-time employees, 3 part-time employees, 52 different products, and an opportunity to sell in all of the different departments throughout the country. So God is blessing this work at all levels, and it is good. So thank you all for patiently investing in this work. Thank you for praying for it, and thank you for continuing to walk with us as we go into the future. May God bless you all.